So we're going to try this again, walk you through the complete process to get your invoices emailed to you, transferred to your phone, get your store stamp, get a picture taken of it, transferred to your phone, and all done completely on your phone. So after you get your invoices all printed out and everything entered, you see I got my safety compliance, my service parts, and my parts approval form. We're going to save all three of these invoices to my desktop, which would be out here on your laptop desktop where all your other stuff is. The process is pretty much the same between Excel, which is what I'm running, and OpenOffice. It's all located in the same spot. It just might be worded different. Excel, you go to File, same as OpenOffice. You go to Save As, go to Desktop, and make sure it says Desktop, your location, because if you're not specific with your location and you want to be absolutely sure, come over here, scroll to the top, select Desktop, and now everything that's on your desktop and it says your location, destination is desktop, is right here. Come down here to your file name, which it'll be the same with OpenOffice. Oh, again, inside the file, it's not Save As with OpenOffice. It's called Export as PDF. Another prompt will come up. Just continue to export out of that screen, and then a screen like this is going to pop up, and then you continue with the same process that I'm doing right now. So again, you go to File Name, make sure you're in Desktop. We're going to change the file name. Now in Excel, you come down here to Save as File Type, and I have to select PDF, and it's going to convert this file as a PDF form. In OpenOffice, you are already in a PDF format because you selected Export as a PDF. So there will be no switching it to PDF because you're already in a PDF export. So after that's done, you hit Save. And then as you can see, here's my Walmart parts approval form. There's one. So I'm going to close out of this one. Don't save it. Do the next one. Same process. Excel, Save As, OpenOffice, Export as PDF. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to relabel it. And this one was the SPI. I need to convert it. And again, OpenOffice, you're already in PDF. And that one's done. It's up here. And then the last one, File, Save As, Desktop. Now I can get rid of this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to email it to myself. Just make sure you're connected to the internet. And go to your Gmail. Go to Compose. The recipient is always going to be you, because you're emailing it to yourself, so you can do the rest of the process on your phone. But I'm using somebody else's phone, so I have to send it to them. Go to the paperclip at the bottom. You need to go to your desktop, which I'm already there. I need to select all these files. Upload them to the email, parts approval form, SCI, SPI. The FST is already in my gallery. I already screenshotted it from my email, and we're going to show you how to do that with these three. So now you don't need your laptop anymore. You can go straight to your phone. So now we're going to go to the email. As you've seen, it's right there. Now what you want to do from this process is select. Some phones you can take it right to Adobe Fill and Sign. Other ones you might need to screenshot it. And we're going to walk through the screenshot process, and then I'll walk you through the Adobe Fill and Sign. So we're just going to select it as a PDF viewer. And you're going to have to Google what the process is of screenshotting your phone. With the Samsung, it's usually the volume down and the power button, or the button down here, the home button. I usually crop everything right away, so I don't have to mess with it later. I'm going to save it. So I'm done with that one. This last one, I guess it's not going to select it, so all you would have to do is just select PDF or Adobe Fill and Sign, and it'll send it directly to Adobe Fill and Sign. Now it's going to be different between iPhones and Android devices on some of this. So now as you see, they're all up here. So now Adobe Fill and Sign, you need to make sure you download Adobe Fill and Sign to your phone. And for Android users, you need to use this seamless cut and paste. It does have ads in it, so don't trip out. But you use this seamless cut and paste for your store stamp, whether it's BJ's, Walmart, Safeway, whatever. And iPhone users, you should be able, depending upon your phone, you should be able to do everything through Adobe Fill and Sign. So now we're going to go to Adobe Fill and Sign and add the invoice that needs to be signed out, which would be the FST and the parts approval form. You select it, the plus, add a file. We want to select it from the photo library. and I need the parts approval form. Then you got to hit this check mark that that's the image you want. So now we are inside Adobe Fill and Sign. Everything's already filled out that needs to be. Now all I need to do now is add my store stamp and add the signature. So we're going to add the printed name and date first. And the way you do that is you just select the area you want. The little a reduces the size, the big A takes everything up. 3 dots over here is for like a check mark, or go back to letters, or you can do an X or a dot, so forth and so on. So we're going to reduce this down a little bit. We're going to put the manager's name that signed me out. Here's an ASM. Come over here and select again. Put my date. So now we're ready for the signature. So as you see, I just edited this invoice, and that's going to stay on here. So now the signature is on my phone, so what we're going to do is show you the signature process. From here, you would select that little pen looking thing. You want to create a signature. So when you're ready to go in and get signed out, you don't necessarily need to have all this stuff done. All you need is the store stamp, and then get his signature. You go in there, you select create signature. You're going to have him sign it, tell him that this is for the invoices. Now you're done. The signature saves up here all the time until you're ready to delete it with that negative sign. So by all means, do not hit that negative sign until you've used that signature. So now we're going to add his signature to this invoice. You select it. Here it is. You just drag, drop. You can shrink it in size. Take it down to where it needs to be. His signature is added. And then what I normally do is I will screenshot it one last time. Crop it. Here, let's redo that. Get this out of there. Screenshot, crop. And we're going to save it. So now what we need to do is add the store stamp to it. And I'll usually go back. I already know that that's my signed invoice, so I want to delete these other 3. 2 accidentals, 1 original. That will just leave me my 2 Americana invoices and the one that needs to be signed. And then the FST will be the same way. You can add your notes, your cart information, everything inside the actual work performed area, edit it, add the signature, stamp it, everything. Same process I'm showing you here with the parts approval form. So now the next step is to take a picture of your store stamp. Now that that's in there, again, Android users, you have to use this seamless cut and paste. This first box is what you're going to cut, which would be your stamp. You need to select here, go to the photo gallery, select your stamp.
Google Express is a shopping app with lots of stores like Walmart, Costco,
Here's
Target,
the
and many
ads.
more.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to, a little zoom screen is going to pop up, and you just cut around your stamp. Stamp is cut. The next one is what you're going to place the stamp to, which would be this box. Go back to your gallery. You select your parts approval form. This little box right here, this whole thing is your stamp. This little box here in the corner is the shrink to what you need it to be. Bring it down here. Stick it inside there. This is rotate, don't hit save, that's a color conversion. But this little thing right here, that's the processing button. What it does is it's going to lighten that stamp, the background of that stamp, to match the paper that is being put on. Now it looks like the stamp was originally put on there. And then what I'm going to do is screenshot this, crop it, and save it. Go back to my gallery, get rid of the old one so I don't get mixed up. And now I got to keep that stamp because I got to put it on my FST next. So there's my completed parts approval form. The next step would be going to Genius Scan. You select the file, and we're going to add all of our invoices. Import the files. And then when I'm done with the FST, I will add the FST. And here's all my invoices. Completed, signed, stamped, everything. The FST will be added. And what you need to do with this is you need to add it, or edit it if you need to, recrop it, get rid of stuff like that little circle there, whatever. Always enhance your invoices to black and white, because the office seems to have problems with color photos or being selected as none. So now everything's black and white. It takes less memory and megabytes to send a black and white than it does with a color. So now here's your file. Don't forget to label your file. Clear out all that. Done. Don't ever email from inside this document. Email it directly from homepage. Select it, share it, email it, send it to whoever you need to send it to. Clear out that word scan so it just says Walmart, the store you did. Send it to whoever you need to send it to, and send it, and you're done. Again, the process is going to be just slightly different, but generally the same between Android users and iPhone users. Any questions? Give me a call.